There is this brewing fascinating clash between intellectual property law and cultural heritage regarding the remaking of the remarkable Yoruba film Ogbori Elemosho, which is already causing legal tussles between the original producer Pa Lere Paimo and a new private producer who seems to be in emotional understanding with the palace of Soun of Ogbomoso, the custodian of the ancient story that formed the storyline used in the original movie produced by Pa Lere Paimo. Pa Paimo is begging the Oyo State government to help stop the new producer from shooting the new film, which is being proposed to be in the cinema. But there is this question whether Pa Paimo has a legal backing to have called for the stoppage of such film. There is another concern whether the new producer won't be infringing on the right of Pa Paimo if the project continues and get released. Well, in the world of legal professionalism, the unfailing dispute sits at the intersection of copyright law and the public domain. First, it is important for all to know that at the height of law, there is difference between an idea and the expression of an idea. These are two different dichotomies. In copyright law, there is a fundamental rule. You cannot copyright a historical fact or a legend because they are not limited to any particular individual. And therefore, remember, the film we are talking about, Ogbori Elemosho, is clearly a storyline written around a historical account or oral tradition which is related to Ogbomoso as a town. And again, this can never be privatized by anyone. However, don't forget we've talked about differentiating between an idea and its expression. So Pa Lere Paimo owns his ways of expressing the story in his film, Ogbori Elemosho, but he can never own the history. So except other person attempt to reproduce the story and copy from Pa Paimo's character, unique script, specific dialogue, specific cinematography, or any of the subplots infected in his movie. Yes, people may not understand that it is very difficult to copyright a movie title. Anyway, they are protected under trademarks law or the thought of passing off. So yeah, there is a chance for legal collision. Understand this, if the new producer uses exact title and it misleads the public to believe it is a remake, sequel, or officially sanctioned by the original creator, Pa Paimo may have a claim. Otherwise, if the title is modified, he has much less ground to stand for. There is a claim that Pa Paimo was given about 7.5 million rand and is shifting the title from the palace of Soun of Ogbomoso. So some individuals think that such gift could have been a sign of settlement or license for permission to infringe on the whatever right Pa Paimo could have been enjoying on his original expression of the story. Anyway, except there's a legal document that backs up payments and shifts the title as a settlement agreement, everything given remains mere gift and would not qualify the producer to get away with any act of infringement on Pa Paimo's right. On the case of Pa Paimo calling on Oyo State government for intervention, such movement is just a political move and not necessarily a legal one. So it should be understood that government doesn't have the power to stop a private film production except it violates censorship law or threatening public peace. So anyway, calling on Oyo State government should be considered a sharp corner taken by Pa Paimo, which may encourage the state government to act as mediator to ensure that he is recognized as a pioneer or consultant, preserving his legacy, bringing him some cash, but without stopping the new movie from being released. So let's be frank, Pa Paimo will find it difficult to stop the movie from being released if the new movie is written entirely on a fresh script without copying any character from Pa Paimo's version of the storyline. So Pa Paimo's strongest leverage is not going to be copywriting, but rather passion of the brand he builds. We can't actually talk about the agreement between these parties, but if Pa Paimo has been lured, he may have no case if eventually they get themselves to the court of law.